Hey folks, I found a battery! I found a battery! Ah, beautiful. OBS, Grim Dawn, the exploit folder. Yeah, I still have it under exploit even though I'm using OBS now. I had a special folder made just for files to go into. Or, no, actually, I think exploit made it, but I'm still using it as my dedicated thing. It doesn't matter. So yeah, I'm recording now. You have footage. I'll just fiddle with this. But yeah, apparently the cutscene's too awesome, it breaks the thing. So yeah, everything seems solid.
I've never been so far from mountain, or surrounded by so many armed men.
You get used to it. Again, that kind of leads to believe Mau is pretty. The resistance had like 2 people with swords. Everyone else was just like grumbling.
Good, you're back. Have a moment?
Good, it works this time. Let's just see the summoning.
Arum Ital. Arum Ital. Loith Soler. Loith Vismir. Morum Ulgrum Thonokolo Utoklein. This is too dangerous. Need to find another way.
I know, something about his face just seems different than I expected him to look.
Have a moment?
I swear he looks more pretty boy in that cutscene, or maybe not pretty boy, but I don't know. Due to the change of art style and direction, obviously the character looks different, but I swear he looks like more different than you would expect. You know, some characters transition better between the things. Him, I feel, is one that transitioned oddly. The face just looks different, you know? I'm not complaining, he just looks a bit different, that's all. Sure, what is it?
I struggle to admit this. I must abandon my efforts at opening a rift to reach Ulgrim. For all I've learned in battling the occult, I'm no warlock. During my last attempt, I nearly lost control of the ritual when something tried to breach my portal from the other side. This is too dangerous to continue. To make matters worse, Captain Bourbon has just arrived with a girl named Amala, bearing dire news from the east. While we struggled here to stop the Chthonians from unleashing terror and madness upon the world, the Ethereals have been far from idle. Everything they had done in this region is merely a sample of what is to come, if what Amala says is true. As much as it pains me to say this, our plans to rescue Ulgrim are secondary to this rising threat in the fallen city of Mountain. The passage north from Burwich is quickly closing as the Aether Fire consumes everything. But perhaps we can accomplish both goals at once.
I can keep hearing something downstairs, and it's just like my mind has just been drawn to it. I'm like a magpie, yes. I'm like a magpie, but for sound instead of shinies. Shiny sound, yes. Questions?
Good, you're back. I struggle to admit this.
What do you have in mind?
I must abandon my efforts at open. You see, the Luminari have long been aware of the coven of witches hiding out to the north of Burwich, using the treacherous territory to deter pursuers. The witches will know the lay of the land and should be aware of any paths that remain through the Aether Fire. And I have hopes that they will be able to do what I could not. Reveal where the Loghorian has taken Ulgrim. I would go myself, but I doubt the arrival of a high-ranking Inquisitor will be looked upon kindly within their circle, and I am needed in Devil's Crossing. I know that you have suffered much already in the defense of humanity, but you are the only one who can trust with this. Take my pendant and travel north from the Burwich Estates. A barrier of aether fire will stand in your way, but the pendant will make short work of it. Head north through Gloomwald until you reach the edges of Ugdenbog, where I believe the Coven has made their home. You cannot arrive empty-handed. They may well burn any memory of discovering their location right out of your mind. I recommend you hunt down a creature known as Caraxus Fowl, the scourge of Ugdenbog. I imagine it has grown quite large over the years, preying on unwary travelers making their way through Gloomwald. Find the beast within its waterside lair, Gloomwald, and bring its heart to the Coven. I'm sure they'll find some nefarious use for it. But we must overlook that in light of our situation. Show them this keepsake of Algrim's and find us a way to Malmouth. We will be awaiting your signal.
I'll head to I'll head to Ugdenbog right away. 4,000 XP.
Though the situation is dire, we must
Do I actually? Ooh. Creed's pendant. At first glance, it appears to be a simple pendant with an ornate rune at its center, yet it emanates power. That's the one from the cutscene. Yeah, that's potent. Rather mundane object, considering the implications. Inquisitor Creed hopes to use it to hone in on Algrim's location. It's a frying pan. I like to think he was a chef that, you know, that rose to becoming a demigod, and that's why he keeps, you know, like he's really, you know, he pretended to be chef at Devil's Crossing, and this is his keepsake. It's fucking frying pan, you know, because he, you know, him being, you know, a master, you know, assassin and shit. That's his secondary thing. His true passion is the culinary arts.
Though the situation is dire, we must remain hopeful.
Oh.
We're counting.
I can't ask him the questions.
I know. It doesn't seem like much, but this is one of only a few things Algrim dragged around everywhere he went. It clearly had sentimental value, something the witches can use to divine his whereabouts, if he still lives.
Why is it so damn important?
There's a lot to Algrim that you don't know about, that none of us know about. He seems more than human. I suspect he's been walking this world for a lot longer than you and I combined. He could become a devastating weapon of the Chthonians if we allow them to corrupt his mind. Maybe there is some degree of camaraderie influencing my thinking, but I do feel that he could become a threat, even to be consumed by the madness of the void.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. Remember, they were able to supersede Ouroboric's control of his undead. Ouroboros is something unto himself, you know?
Though the situation is dire,
It's frustrating that I can't ask the questions now. I didn't even know what the questions are in reference to, but now that I do, I can ask them. Fucking game.
Setting out for Devil's Crossing soon. Pray nothing worse has befallen the refuge in my absence.
It's nice that the rifts are now open to everyone. Maybe I'll get a chance talking about Devil's Crossing.
Excuse me, could I have a moment of your time? I overheard that you will be headed beyond Gloomwald in the hopes of reaching Malmouth. It's noble of you to spearhead this effort, but I was hoping there was something you could look into for me. You see, I did not travel down here alone. I was with my father. He was injured in Gloomwald, and I had no choice but to leave him behind in search of aid.
My father and I were part of a small group that managed to escape the confines of Malmouth's ruins, but we did not get far before the casualties began. The spreading aether fire and roaming ethereals saw to that. But it was not until we reached Ugdenbog that the horrors truly began. Cannibals, poisonous fumes, and even carnivorous plants threatened our every move. By the time we entered Gloomwald, it was just my father and I, but we were not out of danger yet. A pack of cannibals ambushed us in the night. My father was injured in the fray. While it wasn't fatal, I had no choice but to leave him so that I could find help. Eventually, I found my way to Devil's Crossing. I'm not sure how long my father can survive on his own. He was never very good with weapons, or much of anything for that matter. Nevertheless, he's the only family I've got left, and I want to look for him. but the Inquisitor insists that I first debrief him on every detail that I can recall on Malmeth. On your way through Gloomwald, will you spare some time and search for my father? He could not have strayed far from the main road.
I will find him. A bit of that actually went over my head. I got a little distracted, but this mind's drifting constantly. But yeah, let's go see how Devil's Crossing is. So it seems the rifts aren't truly safe yet. Wait, what? There's a safe lodged in them? Ooh. Your answer?
It's one thing to wage war, a man to kill another man for the sake of food, land, wealth, all deplorable acts that make us less than human. But this thing, this ethereal abomination made of human parts, designed to butcher us all. That is war brought to entirely new, repulsive lows.
We must all persevere. Oh, you're still here.
Gods know what your plans are, Taken, but I can't deny what you've done up at the necropolis. If you had burnt in the pile with all the rest, well...
Can I throw him in the fire? Just on principle. Huh. We steep some Black Legion reinforcing the place. Yeah, no spirit healer here. Spirit guide here. Good work keeping this area safe. We'll take it from here. Wait, it came out of this rift? I'm just wondering how, like there's still this barricade. Like, this should be knocked down at the very least. It's a bit of missed detail.
Business with the Colossus. Despicable. Truly despicable.
Hargate's formula has proven difficult to decipher, but perhaps there's a chance we can still glean some knowledge as to the mutations involved. Any progress with formula?
Gates' formula has proven difficult to decipher, but perhaps there is still a chance we can glean some knowledge as to the mutations involved.
Don't make me regret this. The merchant here is gone, as is the other guy. I think if you still haven't finished the guy's quest here, you turn it into Havos over here. So now it's this guy.
We're counting on you to find a way to Malmeth. I know you won't understand.
I have some questions. What can I expect out there? The roads north from Burwich has never been pleasant, passing through the treacherous Gloomwald and Udgenbog, between the toxic plant life and murky waters, housing some of Cairn's most dangerous beasts. Beyond the established road is an unhospitable hell, but that's precisely why the Coven chose to hide out there. No one will willingly venture into his untamed lands, so the Coven's left isolated and left in peace. What happened in Malmouth? Molly can give you a more up-to-date explanation, but Malmouth was one of the first cities to fall to the Ethereals when Grim Dawn started. Ogrim passed through there on the way south when we split up as capital, and those reports were as depressing as you would expect. We'd believed Malmouth to be a lost cause, completely overrun by the enemy and devoid of survivors. But Amalia here is a testament to humanity's resilience, and evidence that the fight for Malmouth is not yet over. No other way? Used to be you could travel across the lake, but with the waters full of Eldritch monstrosities and attack ships in short supply, we don't have the capability to send down any soldiers up to Malmouth via water. But encounter foes on land that we have a chance against, then find ourselves at the mercy of whatever lurks beneath the depths of the lake. It's not a risk I'd want to take. We'll have to follow the roads from Burwich, or perhaps travel via Riftgate if you manage to secure one. I'm counting on you. Still a few others I didn't get to ask.
Good luck out in Udgenbog. I've only traveled north of Burwich a handful of times, and the journey was never a pleasant one. I cannot imagine it's fared any better with a lack of patrols and human activity.
And I should be aware of?
Gloomwald and Udgenbog are some of the most treacherous areas in the region, even before the Grim Dawn.
Regular patrols kept the roads mostly safe for travel, but there was always a risk when traveling between Burwich and the northern settlements. Those that could afford it generally preferred to go by boat. I don't know what it is about that bog, but it's a breeding ground for predators.
Probably the Coven. To help isolate themselves. Next for Devil's Crossing.
We're gonna clean up this mess, tighten our defenses, prepare for the worst. As always, we will persevere.
We will endure. They should probably, like, either knock these down or bolster them up harder and, like, set up cannons. Like, if if a monstrosity comes through, unload on it straight away. Maybe even, like, if, you know, even, like, here is an accessible point, you know, set up some cannons there, you know. Get ready to just rip something a new one the moment it gets close. Huh. Burwich Prison, Burwich County, Warden Arthur Bruno. Wasn't he called Brutus? I have no idea. Captain says to remain calm, but how can I stay calm when something like that came through that damn portal at any moment? We're just waiting around to die. We'll deal with this as best we can. This recent attack has everyone on edge, and we'll be finally safe from all this death. When the last hero has been purged. After this recent attack, Julius and I are thinking we might move on. It's not safe here. It's not safe anywhere. I suppose you're right. Devil's Crossing was the best thing that's happened to us in months. Can't just give that up. We need to work together to keep this place safe. It's killed so many people. How can we hope to survive against such a relentless foe? We'll find a way. If it wasn't for Sidina, let's not talk about that. Something you need? Farewell. If you need somebody to help and fight, you just let me know. I'll keep you in mind. I hope we didn't make a mistake by staying here. You would have been dead otherwise, with Pyromaniac over here. I won't deny that I'm terrified, but I need a helping hand keeping this place safe. You just let me know. Thank you. Rook was one of the fun adults. He'll play with us and let me pull on his mustache. When's he coming back? Miss Constance said he went away on a journey. He'll be a while. Miss Constance says we can't leave the prison until it's safe. Is it safe yet? I'm bored. It'll be safe soon, I promise. I'm trying to remain calm in front of the children, but recent attacks really shaking me up. We'll figure something out. You always do. We'll keep you safe. Think dinner's done now. Yeah, a guy up here is gone. And there's some ton of Black Legion around here, which probably isn't comforting to the people given their history and all. They've done good things, but they've also been butchers and torturers. Ugh. Anyway, definitely want to try and deal with this Aether Lion. I wonder if it just like scorched the ground. Say if you dug this up, would it be fine underneath or what? Or would it go away in time if you remove the Colossus? So, I have to get up to here. This is still puzzling me. But anyway, I'm going to call this here BRB. Maybe I should go run the steps of the other place. Steps of Torment. Get the books. Maybe get a chance at set item. Legendary set item. Maybe I will. Till then, I'm going to go get dinner. I mentioned having like potatoes, gravy, sausages the other day. Same again. Though I don't think these are mashed. Which, you know, sad face. But anyway, till then, love and peace, baby. Oh, this is awesome. And it's great to see Bourbon again. It's great to see Bourbon again. Though, I swear his hands look huge. Whatever. Just like compared my hands to his hands. My god. Oh, okay, he's very big pair of gloves on, but still. Whatever. Anyway, till next time. Hello, folks, and welcome back to Grim Dawn. So, let us get my guys back together. And there's Death Omen, which is cool, but it's one-handed mace. Well, the one-handedness is more relevant than the maceness, but yeah, it's basically, it's really not my type. I have missed a few of these. That's bugging me. I'm thinking that the chick, the outcast, has 3 quests for us. So and one leads to Sept Torment. I'm figuring the next one will lead to Port Valberry, and then the last one will lead to Bastion of Chaos. Because she's after hitting up one of the 3 roguelike dungeons in the base game. Why not the other 2? Let's keep on going with Act 5. There's no like hard in-game demarcation of it, but yeah, that's what it's called. Make sure everything's going fine. You could hear the game, you can hear me. I'm still recording, and you have footage. Yeah, all's good. Okay, there are still enemies here, and of course that blockade is moved there. Excuse me, coming through. Oh. There's that going on. Again, I just hear Ratchet and Clank music when that kicks in. Ah, and the blockade ain't there right now. Nice. Is there though. And here. So I have to go all the way around. And there's another blockade here. Because of course there is. There's always a way around, but the blockades might mean you have to run a lot further than you otherwise would. Honestly, I think that flying body should do some damage. Just went for miles there. That would hurt. Nice. Part of me feels that the bone harvest doesn't have enough oomph to it. Like, as in, you know, like, feel. You know, the pretending to be Torbit, you know, feels burlier. So I'm a little iffy on keeping it. The Tyros, but I have no choice for the time being. Tyros are barred the way north from Burwich, most likely to stop anyone attempting to flee the carnage. With Inquisitor Creed's pendant, you should be able to dissipate it, purge the barrier. The fight continues. Oh, nice. Dragol, the keeper of Burwich. Oh, you aren't doing a good job. I got 75 Black Legion rep. I got 75 Black Legion rep, but I didn't get rep with the other one. The Outcast. Ah, the Ethereal Vanguard. Ah, it's... okay. It's basically, the Ethereals in here count as Ugdenbog turned. The Ethereals here count as Ethereal Vanguard, and are such a different faction of Ethereal. They're probably kicking themselves for making the first Ethereal faction just so generic. They're undead humans. Do the rovers care about me killing these? 12,393. 93. No. It's probably just undead insofar as bonuses against undead. Rather than any actual canon undead entity. But Ogden Bog turned. Windigo Marrow Eater. People gradually turn into that. These do. Ogden Bog marked, Ogden Bog wretched. Or wretch. Not wretched. Suddenly I'm in flashbacks to Reaper of Souls, honestly. Just with the aesthetic of this place. Also, I had a look at the divination map. There used to be a thing here. Looked cool. Also, like, this used to be over here. This used to be over here. Everything got jiggled around. And I think something was removed. No, here it is. Rowan's Scepter. I think that's it. Looked cool. That's all I know. Okay, we just went through that marked territory. Path down there. Hostile pants. Okay, who's down here? Okay. Rovers? Yeah. Beware, traveler. The lands ahead are as foul as they are deadly. The stench of Wendigo is heavy upon the air. Travel safe. Just lower it down on my end. Okay, I am recording. You could hear the game, you can hear me, and you have footage. Wendigo? The vile spirit taints the heart and corrupts the soul. None who have none who have given in to its allure remain human for long. Where are you headed? We thought north. We thought the way north safer. We're turning back to Whitemire, and so should you. Noted. Take heed, traveler. The Wendigo spirit is strong in these parts. The Wendigo spirit. It is an ancient spirit of the forest, once fierce and noble. It's become lost to the darkness, lost even to Modrigan. It only seeks to corrupt all that it touches. Really? Because from what the shaman skill tree was saying, that it was just an inherently corrupt thing. Thank you for the warning. Oh wait, you're the roving merchant salvage dealer. So did you not die to the other thing? Because wasn't there one of him back in the other place? At Devil's Crossing? His stand got destroyed. Poisonous Bloom. Carnivorous Plants. Ogden Bog Moss Footer. Missing out on rep yet again. I'm sure someone would be excited to see these plants dead. They won't care until I meet them. $11,447. $11,447. Yes, these do count. Christ, the plants are artillery beasts.
That skill's not ready.
Really hitting a big radius with that with those blasts. Skeletons are really having a poor time of this. Oh, so they're healing, it seems. The plants. Interesting.